Facebook, get to Facebook Star 103.5 FM, and you can get to watch the show live there as well. This morning we do have a lot for you in the world of sports, right from athletics, and then of course to boxing, and then we'll move to the football scene. Of course, breaking news coming in yesterday: the Gypsy King Tyson Fury came out to announce that he's retired. Well, we'll get to look into that. Don't forget that it's not the first time he's come out to say that he's retired. In 2022, after beating Wilder, he came out to say that, guys, I'm done. Then he came out of retirement again. This time, he comes in with a bit of, a cryptic message. We'll get to bring you the full, retirement message from Tyson Fury. And then, of course, we'll get to listen to Benjamin Azamati, who we've been speaking to on the game on GH1 TV and on Starr FM. He's been speaking to us, and then he's come out to say some interesting things. Yeah, did you know that he was actually a footballer back then in his high school days, and then he had to actually stand in as a house captain for his house to run as an athlete because there was no one. And then after that event, he realized that he was this good, and that started the journey for Benjamin Azamati. Well, he's been speaking on his performance from last season and what we should expect this season. The 2025 season, and then we'll also get to listen to him. He's asked the government to help athletes. Well, we'll get to do that, and then we'll move to the foreign scene. New coach for Everton. He's back to Everton. He's been speaking, and we'll get to listen to what he's been saying in relation to returning to Everton. David Moyes, yes, he's back to Everton, and we'll get to listen to him as well. Good morning. Welcome on board. All right, let's start off with this quote from Lewis Hamilton, and he says, "Be motivated by your own achievement, not by the fear of failure." So, this is what we have for you this morning. Be motivated by your own achievement, not by the fear of failure. All right, so let's start off from some local football where Kasim Mingle has been appointed as the new head coach of Ghana's under-23 team. And the Black Meteors following Maxwell Konedu's departure to Black Leopards in South Africa. Mingle, who currently coaches Nations FC, has a solid background in Ghanaian football, having previously managed Bechim United and worked extensively at various levels, including academy and second-tier football. Known for his talent development skills, Mingle brings a wealth of experience from his playing career with top-tier teams like GTP, Gihawk Starks, Second D, 11 Wise, and then Accra and Steadfast. He's expected to nurture emerging talent and elevate Ghana football. And we also understand that former Black Stars captain Stephen Appiah has been approached by the Ghana Football Association to join the reconstituted Black Stars Management Committee ahead of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. GFA President Ketu Kreku is overseeing the restructuring, and the other potential members, including Dr. Randiabe, Richard Dran Century, and then Samuel Abuabri. Appiah's return to the committee follows his previous listing in 2022, though he did not attend meetings due to concerns about the process. Despite reservations, Appiah is consulting on the offer. And of course, Nsetre, CEO of Samatex, is also considering the role, despite dissatisfaction with GFA's financial support for Samatex CAF Champions League participation. Additionally, the GFA is exploring a technical director role and the inclusion of a team psychologist to improve team performance ahead of the World Cup qualifiers in March 2025. So let's see how that would go there. If Stephen Tonado Appiah would accept the role and join the GFA, would he become like them, or would he bring some change? Well, time obviously would tell. Right now, let's move on to some athletics and talk about Benjamin Azamati, who says 2024 was an okay season for him, although he expected much from him and his boys. But then he's assuring Ghanaians that this year, 2025, they will be ready to represent Ghana at the World Championship.
It's not my best season yet. But it was alright from the fans' perspective. From African Games, um, many fans would say he was done. There was no way he was making the Olympics and everything. But I still went on to represent a country in the Olympics. Looking at how slow the season started, I was still able to make it to Olympics. I think it's something I'm proud of. It showed resilience and how motivated I was to go out there and show up for the country. Overall, it was an okay season. It wasn't the best for me, but I was able to go out there and go to the Olympics and then run it for the second time, and so at least something positive out of it. This year there's a World Championship. We look forward to that, training harder and going there to represent Ghana as well.
Right, he also asked government to support athletes who have to find jobs and work alongside training. He says that it does not allow them to achieve peak performance during events.
Helping them get into competitions and making sure we're taking care of them, because I know the scholarship ends right after the school is done, and so they have to cater for themselves. I mean, they have to find for jobs. And while you're working and then you're trying to train and represent the country, it becomes a little bit hard for you, the athletes. And then, as I said, for you to be at peak performance, you have to really, really take good care of your body, taking massages, having your nutrition right, and all these have to do with money. And so if you really, really want these guys to do well for the country, I think those are the times that gap right after the NCAA season is done is where we have to take the athletes and then take good care of them and prepare them for the competition that's ahead.
Right, so there you have Benjamin Azamati Azar, we call him, saying that 2024 was an okay season, but then the promising Ghanaians that would be ready for the World Championships this year. And then he also says that they would actually put some things together to make Ghana proud. And then wants the government to support athletes who have to work, and train at the same time, because it does not bring peak performance. Right, let's move on and then let's talk football. And let's start off with David Moyes. Yes, David Moyes, he is the new coach of Everton, and he has admitted his return to Goodison Park is a sticking plaster following Everton's long-standing relegation fears. Everton avoided relegation last season after being docked 8 points for 2 separate breaches of financial fair play rules, and they are again battling to the wrong end of the table this season, just 1 point above the relegation zone in 16th place. Despite recent struggles, the 61-year-old says he's confident the club can escape the drop with a playing style concentrated solely on winning, and spoke of aims to return Everton to the heights he led them to for 11 years during his spell.
Yeah, Everton's different. A couple of weeks I didn't think there was any chance Everton could be in a relegation fight. I thought they would be strong enough to get out of it. I've come into the seat now, and I'm going to back that up and say I believe that we'll be strong enough to stay away from it. But I'm not kidding myself on or anybody else. We'll need everybody behind us. We'll need the players playing better, scoring more goals, if we're going to make that happen. Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of people in this room included who've probably seen the last few years at Everton. It's been a difficult time, and I admire a lot of them for steering it through a difficult period. But I have to say that Dan and Mark were very good. I think a lot of Evertonians should be happy that at the moment it looks like they're going in the right direction.
Right, so there you have new manager for Everton, who is back. Yes, he's made a comeback, and he was at Everton for 11 years, David Moyes, and he had to move to Manchester United, and then it didn't go well. Right, let's talk Premier League football, because Liverpool would face Nottingham Forest at the City Ground tonight as they look to continue their push for the Premier League title. However, the Reds have struggled in recent outings, failing to win 3 of their last 6 league matches. Ahead of the game, Liverpool manager and Slot praised Nottingham Forest as one of the league's top teams, acknowledging that securing a positive result at the City Ground would be a tough challenge.
I think they already showed in retrospect how good of a team they are. Leading up to that game, I think they had 2 draws and 1 win. So that's why in general, I think every time when Liverpool loses a home game, that is something we don't expect. I think in that moment of time, I also saw the stat that Virgil played 100 home games for Liverpool, only lost once. So for us to lose then on that day was for me hard to take, as you probably experienced. Now looking back at it and seeing where they are in the league, it's not as been such a shock result as I thought it was back then. So they had a very good game plan, changed the wingers that normally played and brought them in the end, and they made the difference. So although I expect the wingers that have done so well to be in the starting 11 tomorrow, is that something he changed back then, and that worked really well for them during that game.
Right, so there you have Ancelot, coach of Liverpool, taking on, of course, Nottingham Forest tonight. Coach of Nottingham Forest, who has also been speaking, is confident his team can extend their run and take all 3 points against Liverpool.
Very pleased, because when we do things good, we should be pleased. But too much compliments can distract us, so we don't pay too much attention. But I think it was in the beginning of the season. Every teams were starting the competition, knowing each other, all these aspects, the weakness and the strengths. Maybe it was a surprise, but it was a long time ago. Many things have changed. Both teams are different now, so it's a new game, and new things will happen.
Nuno Espirito Santo is the coach of Nottingham Forest, and they take on Liverpool tonight. Still on some Premier League action. Of course, we'll see West Ham United up against Fulham, and then Chelsea will take on Bournemouth. The big games. Brentford taking on Manchester City. So the biggest one at 8 p.m. Would see Liverpool take on Nottingham Forest. But then let's get to listen to Enzo Maresca speaking ahead of his team's game tonight.
For sure, win games always help to continue to win. Hopefully, since the other day win, we can build some momentum. But Bournemouth will be a completely different game. They are a very good team with the same manager doing the same things from already different season. They are very tough, very intense, and the reason why they are doing well this season or last year is because they work very good. Thank you.
Soraya. Hi. You just touched on it.
All right, so there you have a coach of Chelsea, the Blues, Enzo Maresca, speaking ahead of their game against Antoine Semenyo's Bournemouth tonight. Right, before I bring you other fixtures and results from other fixtures tonight, yes, we'll do that. Let's do this from Tyson Fury.
To finish off Deontay Wilder.
Oh my goodness, and on cue, he lands again with the right hand. Shoots the uppercut, Deontay Wilder trying to hold here.
Wilder's exhausted. But man, does he have the heart of a champion.
Fury just pouring it on, snapping the head back of Wilder now.
A clean flush shot.
Oh my goodness, uppercut from Fury. Wilder just holding on for his life at this point. Honestly, Ray, how much more can he take? He's down, and it is over. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, stops Deontay Wilder in round 11.
I'll say this though, look at when Fury lands. He throws, but he uses some of his forearm with it. He throws the right.
That was clean.
Well, that was clean,
That
yeah.
was clean,
but there was,
right?
I mean backwards. I meant a little bit going backwards. But bang.
Oh my God.
That's a highlight reel. But look at this.
Tyson Fury, former heavyweight champion, has announced his retirement from boxing once again following his defeat to Alexander Usyk in December. The 36-year-old who previously retired from boxing, defeating Dillian White in 2022 before returning to the ring 6 months later, has had a remarkable career with a record of 34 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Fury shocked the world by defeating Vladimir Klitschko in 2015 to claim multiple heavyweight titles and became a 2-time champion after defeating Deontay Wilder for the WBC belt in 2020. In total, Fury's career spans 37 professional fights, 24 knockouts, and 8 world title bouts with 5 victories and 4 knockouts in those title fights. Now let's get to listen to Tyson Fury as he announced his retirement.
Hi everybody, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'd like to announce my retirement from boxing. It's been a blast. I've loved every single minute of it, and I'm going to end with this. Dick Turpin wore a mask. God bless everybody. See you on the other side. Get up!
Get up, coming in from Tyson Fury, announcing his retirement. I don't know what you make of it. But then, of course, do join us on the game at 1 p.m. where you can tell us what you actually make of Tyson Fury's, retirement. If you think he had a last message in there talking about Dick Turner, who is known as a highway thief, yes, in English, history, and he feels that he was, cheated in the last fight against Usyk, and probably that has led to him to say that, come on, guys, for real, I just want to retire. Well, we'll see how that goes. Let's talk tennis. Emma Raducanu began her 2025 season with a hard-fought 7-6, 7-4, 7-6 victory over 26th seed Ekaterina Alexandrova in the Australian Open first round, despite hitting 15 double faults and losing her first 6 serves. Raducanu displayed resilience and composure in crucial moments, dominating both tie breaks to secure the win. Returning from a back injury, the British number 2 struggled with her second serve and attributed to tweaks in her service motion and first round nerves. Raducanu's ability to regroup after setbacks, including saving a set point in the second set, highlighted her mental toughness. She now faces a world number 5 Amanda Anisimova, who is in strong form, representing a significant challenge in the next round. And let's talk tennis again, because Novak Djokovic came from a set down to win his opening round match at the Australian Open, marking his first victory with 3-time Grand Slam champion Andy Murray in his coaching box. The Serb defeated 19-year-old American Nishesh Bashavedi 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. Djokovic, who is aiming for a record extending 11th Australian Open title and a 25th major overall, has enlisted the help of his former longtime rival as he chases this historic milestone. Speaking after the match, Djokovic expressed his excitement at having Andy Murray by his side for his new chapter.
Yeah, we try to communicate a lot on and off the court. Before the match, we talked, before the warm-up, before the actual match. And right now, 5 minutes ago, we talked about a match, about how I feel, about how he thinks I played, and what needs to be done on the practice court tomorrow, etc. So, I think communication is the key to understanding each other and to finding, I guess, the formula that really works. So that's what we're trying, because as we didn't spend too much time together, we're still in that kind of first phase of getting to know each other, and this was the first match that we had together. And I really like the feeling. Having Andy as my coach in the corner from this year, new coaching stuff and player coaching stuff, seating, which is basically on the court in the corner, which allows me to hear them better. A few times I did approach Andy and asked him something about whatever it was, whatever shot, and then he was giving me his feedback and his guidance and opinion. So it's important. I enjoy talking to Andy. I think he knows tennis as well as anybody out there.
That's Novak Djokovic speaking after winning yesterday's first round game for him match, and then of course he has his former rival Andy Murray as his coach. Now let's end with world number 1 and defending champion Jannik Sinner, who has expressed his satisfaction with the warm reception from the crowd as he made a winning return to the Australian Open despite his ongoing doping case. The 23-year-old Italian, whose case is set to be heard by the Court of Arbitration for Sports in April, started his campaign with a straight sets victory, defeating Chile's Nicolas Jarry 7-6, 7-6, 6-1. Now let's hear from Jannik Sinner following his impressive performance in the Australian Open.
Yeah, I was curious to see how it was. It's you never know what's happening. But I'm I was happy about the crowd. It was a very nice crowd. There were, some for my opponent and some for me. So it was a nice atmosphere, and I was just looking forward to go on court. And this is why I practice for. Trying to compete in the best possible way.
Right, you're still live here on Star 103.5 FM. It is the Sports Chat. My name is Jones, ADZI Jones Adzi, and then thank you so much for joining us. But then before take leave of you, Premier League action tonight, 7:30. Brentford take on Manchester City. Chelsea would take on Bournemouth, 7:30 as well. West Ham United take on Fulham, and then we'll see Nottingham Forest come up against Liverpool. And in the Bundesliga, Holstein Kiel take on Borussia Dortmund at 5:30 p.m. Bayern Leverkusen play Mainz 05. Eintracht Frankfurt take on Freiburg. Wolves take on Borussia Mönchengladbach. And in the Serie A, we'll see Como take on AC Milan at 5:30 p.m. Atalanta play Juventus at 7:45 p.m. All right, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jones Adzi, and this is Star 103.5 FM.